Hey, how we all doing? Hopefully we're working today. No cock-ups so far. How is everybody then? Hope you all okay? Looks like I lost some off the top. I think Anthony was up there with Colin maybe. Sean was in early today. But the order I got at the moment is Mr. Macvision. Afternoon. Colin Parnell. Hi Colin. Aaron. Hi Aaron. Sunny and windy. Yes. It was sunny earlier, but it's now overcast and windy. But yeah, that's about right, isn't it, for this time of year? Mr. Man Cave is watching the clocks. Like the little whirly gig thing, Sean. I'm not sure how you've done that, but very clever. Ah. Of course you can be silly, Sean. You're always silly. Dances with Aardvox. Afternoon to you. Thanks, Sean. Well, I take it you mean me. Does it and talks to the camera at the same time. It's one of those things. You sort of get used to it, really. Yeah. So, Mr. Man Cave Workshop, as a lot of you possibly do know, had quite a bad fire, and his workshop got completely burnt out. A lot of people have been very, very generous to him. Gerard and Simon's World, for sure, have sent him bits and pieces. As a chap sent him on a soldering iron. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I did send Sean's address to a few people. So thank you very much for looking after him. And if you've not watched it, the Man Cave Workshop on YouTube, check him out. He's put a lot of videos on recently, actually. He's putting me to shame, my one a week live stream, although there is bits go on Patreon, so we've got a new Patreon this week as well. So welcome to GT Jeff, who's joined the old merry band of Patreons. Some interesting bits in the workshop this week, which very strange stuff I get in here to fix, but there you are. Some of your projects can be a month long. I know, this is the problem, Dances. I mean, I used to video everything, literally everything, but it filled up my hard drives. And the more you video, the more editing you've got to do, and it just got too much, which is why I moved over to live streams, really. Probably not benefiting me as far as YouTube and the whole monetization and making earnings from it. Definitely live stream is not the way to go, really, if you want to do that. But for me, it's just a damn sight easier to just come on here and talk to you guys and show you what I'm up to. And I enjoy doing that. Nick's in. Petronics. Afternoon, Nick. David Tag. Hi, David. Asthma, Aaron. Yeah, not something I've suffered with. I've suffered with most things, but not asthma. Rob Titheridge. Afternoon, Rob. How are you? Timothy. Hi, Timothy. I see you've released another video as well, Timothy. I haven't got around to watching that yet. John Morrison. Afternoon, John, to you. Just catching up with everybody here. Still good. Multi's in. Hi, Multi. Got some different beers for you today to look at. Andy Beck. Hi, Andy. Yeah, still not great, but get in there. Get in there, Andy. Ben Humphreys. Hi, Ben. How are you? And your good lady. Benji's in. Hi, Benji. Mark J. Afternoon, Mark. Anthony's in. He was first in and got knocked off. It's always the same, Anthony, isn't it? Aston, how you doing, mate? Lovely weather in jolly old Plymouth. Yeah. Down there with the Pilgrim Fathers, look. Simon's World. Afternoon, Simon. Not long till Christmas. I know. It isn't, is it? Surprising how it catches up on you. And I've already got some donations in for giveaways in Christmas already, thanks to GT Jeff. The beer calendar is stalled a little bit. Mrs. Cruncher says she's waiting for the Christmas beers to start coming out, which should be sort of this end of this month, beginning of next month. We'll start seeing some Christmas beers in the shop. So I think that's what she's holding out for, but it's looking a bit sparse at the moment, the beer calendar. Poor old Penguin's not going to have much to look after. Afternoon, Robert. How are you? Foxy is well fed in your garden. Have you watched any Bob Anderson? Yes, I have, Aaron. I've followed Bob for many, many years, actually. He's one of those ones I sort of jump in and out of from time to time. If I see something pop up that I'm interested in, I'll click on and watch it. Secret Engineer. Hi, Rich. How are you? You with me? Save editing. Love long streams. Started watching Twitch due to long streams. Yeah, a lot of people comment that it's too long, and you know, how can they sit through 4 hours of just me droning on? And it's one of those things. It's difficult to watch a live stream after the event, really. You can. You've just got to skip through to bits that you're interested in, really. I wouldn't recommend sitting there and watching every minute unless you're really dedicated. But the whole idea of the live streams is a big get together, really. Get you guys together with me and just see what I'm up to. Give me help and advice, which I'm always needing. So yeah, it does work. Timothy's latest video is very short. Harvey's in. Hi, Harvey. ZX. And David Tipton. Hi, David. How are you? It's like background radio. We're droning on and on. Background radio, yeah, I like that. I was going to move on to something else this week, but I've had a little play with this earlier on in the week. Just a few little experiments, really. Just looking at stuffing capacitors and looking at these horrendous Hunts caps. So, Sean, thank you, Mr. Mancave, first in with a super chat. Thanks very much, mate. Derek Cooper, afternoon, Derek. Yeah, so I had a bit of a play about. I pulled out a load of those Hunts on the back of the board. I thought I'd get the back of the board finished. I can stick it back in the case then. I also fixed that speaker. If you remember, the speaker had a little tear in it. So I've done that. I'll show you that in a minute as well. I've got it just up there. Been doing various other things. I've finished off the front and back panel for Chris Milkey's VHF Herald. So that is all ready to go back together now. Well, I say that. I've got to do a lot more cleaning and polishing and all the rest of the bits and pieces that you do to a restored radio. And then it'll be off to the US of A. Hopefully early part of this week. Thanks, Benji. So yeah, I've done a bit of stuffing. So you just like the punishing effect of live stream. Watching me getting punished, you mean? So let's have a quick look. Let's go in. I've only managed to get the Stream Deck running properly about the last 10 minutes ago, which is about right. Where are we? Where are we? There we are. Right, what have I done then? So I don't know if you can see, but we now have Plessy's back in. Look. Thanks, Robert. Yeah, no problem. Anybody ever needs my help, just drop me an email or message me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Messenger. I'm on most things, really. I'm on LinkedIn as well, but I've never really sussed that out. Am I on LinkedIn? I think I am. Anyway, yeah, you can see the ones I've done. Look. And what I've done is I've printed out a label again with the correct values and everything on it. I've cut the capacitor in half, taken the O bit out, drilled a hole in both ends, and then poked an axial cap through it. So I've done both of those two because they're in full view. I've still got some sort of, I'm really not sure on these. I'm looking for ideas on these orange ones here. Let me get you in a little bit closer a minute on these oranges, because I really want to keep these in. I want to keep these in because they have got the date on them. I don't know if you can see that. The light's glaring a bit. But these orange ones, so this one's out of circuit at the moment. I've just shoehorned this red one in temporarily. But I really want to keep the date because it says June 1962 on these, and I really want to keep those in with that date code on. Now this one's not too bad, it's sort of within tolerance, but probably could do with doing, changing, do with doing. Is that good English? Probably not. But these are aluminium with a plastic sleeve over the top. So the only caps that I've got close to it are these red ones. So somehow I've got to try and get one of those inside this aluminium can, and I'm not sure how to do it. I think the actual date is printed on the cap itself, on the aluminium underneath this plastic film. But again, I want to try and keep this side of the radio looking as authentic as I can. The only other issue I've got is these black hunts down here. Now, I mean, I can't do nothing about that. They've got to be done. And I'm just going to have to stick poly caps in there. And there's another one up here to do on the volume pot. That's got to be done. So that, again, is going to be a poly cap. That's actually soldered to the can of the volume pot there. Look, you can just see the top of it. Other side, have I done anything? Oh yes, on the other side I've done all of the hunts now. I've done. So I've done this one down here. There was another one up here I've done, and there's another one here on the switch bank that I've done. I think that's all of them. And of course I've done the electrolytics. I think, did we do the electrolytics on the stream? I'm not really sure. Afternoon, Les, how are you? Farcebook, yeah. Just catching up with the chat. Sean loves the punishment. He loves it. Right, so the other thing I had a quick look at was the cores. Can you remember we were talking about these cores in these being very, very delicate, and the reason for that is that they're totally hollow. So if I get this tool here, which Rob Titheridge very kindly sent me quite some time ago now, Rob, just put it at a bit of an angle. So you'll see on certain ones, if I get into the core, the tool goes right the way down through. I think some of these might be double stacked. That one might be because it's not going right the way down. How about this one? Yeah, so that one's gone right in. Look. So basically they're hollow. They've got a rectangular hollow section right the way down through them. So if you try using a normal trimming tool, just get in the top and turn it, it's going to break because you need to put pressure on the complete length of the core. If you don't, you're going to snap it. So again, that one's just got a slot in the top, so that'll be a normal trimmer. As is that one. So these two are all the way through. That one's just the top. That one's all the way through. And that one's all the way through. So you can see why a lot of these get broken, because people haven't got the right tool to get in there and trim them. As I say, if you try using anything but one of these on that particular pot. It's not a pot, it's a core. Where's the goat situation? We need some goatage. Yes, so we should think so too, Mr. Yes, if you try any other tool on these cores, you will snap the top off. 100% guaranteed. You will not be able to adjust these without one of these. So it's one of the reasons why I say if it ain't broke, don't fix it, so to speak, because you will break the cores. So there you go. You need one of these, and these were manufactured by RS many years ago, and they're no longer available. This is the only one I've got, and I'm just hoping it's going to last. And Rob very kindly sent me this one, and it's been invaluable. Aston made one for me as well, which again is very good, but it doesn't fit these. It doesn't fit these, but it does fit some of the ones that this doesn't. Because two sizes, there's this thin one and there's a slightly thicker one. But this is the one for the Bush anyway. So there you are. That's just a bit of info for you. Me rabbiting on. You love the goat, Aaron? Yeah, the goat. The goat is the goat was originally given to me by Mr. Cody's Paul. Paul gave me the original goat, and then I had one gifted by Fat Tony as well. So I got double goatage, and they've still got their Christmas bells on, which they just don't want to take them off. All ready for the festive season, these goats, look. And we got one that's got a poorly bottom that we need to sort out as well. But yeah, the screaming goat. If anyone wants one, if you Google it or look up on Amazon, you'll be able to find a screaming goat. And the bells are extra. Madness, but there you go. You've got one as well. Yeah, it is. They are like hen's teeth. I mean, I think I showed you my stash of trimming tools a while back, didn't I? So I don't know what I've done with them at the moment. Been using them for something and not put them back where they should be, which is about... Oh, no, I have. No, I lied. So I use these things quite a lot. These Draper Expert ceramic adjusters, because they don't affect the tuning when you're trimming. But again, you can't use these in a lot of the pots because they haven't got square ends. They're screwdriver ends, really. They do work. The second best thing is these, and again, I don't think you can get these anymore. I wish you could, because these are very good. These are made by CK. Let's say they're showing their age a bit now, if I can get it to focus. Yeah, so these were made by CK, and they've got phosphorus bronze bits on the end of some of them, and they're actually square section, not screwdriver section. So if I can get it to focus, yeah. So yeah, you can see there's a couple phosphorus bronze ends, and I've had to glue them back together because if you've got tight cores, then... So that one will be the one for those other cores that have just got the adjustment in the top. That one, a little bit slack. You need as good a fit as you possibly can, really. That's too big. So there must be an in-betweener. There we go, that's the in-between one. So that's about the best fit in that particular core. But it's flat-ended. It's not got a screwdriver end on it, because screwdriver ends are tapered, but these are flat-ended. And this is the one that Aston very kindly made. Made it out of some phosphor bronze. Phosphor bronze still will interfere a little bit, but not as much as a proper sort of iron tool. I don't know if that one might actually fit in there. Yeah, it does look. There we go. It does fit in there. So that's actually a tighter fit than the thin one. It's probably actually a better fit. So Aston, thank you very much, mate, for that. So Aston makes these for £100 each. So if you want one, message Aston, £100 each. Look. No, I think Aston did it as a little bit of an experiment. I think he gave a few of us these. So they can be made. So you could make one if you've got some phosphor bronze and you machine it down to the right size. You could make this, but phosphor bronze isn't cheap either. So there you go. That's my little trimming tool update. So yeah, it's a shame these CK ones aren't available anymore. I'd like another set of these because quite a few of them I've busted the ends off, and I've sort of filed new ends on them. I don't remember where I bought them originally. I think I bought them in a tool shop in Taunton, maybe. I'll leave that one out because we might visit a little bit of alignment if we get time today. Thomas, how you doing, mate? You're being pulled 3 directions. Home team of NFL are playing in London, and the wife says you're going to church. What to do? I'll hang on as long as I can, Thomas, so you can get all your jobs done and get back. Look, how's that? So there you are, a little bit of a trimming tool update session for you. Let's just zoom out a bit then. So yeah, the question is, what do I do with these? How do we get into these? What, anybody got any suggestions for stuffing these aluminium ones? I really don't know. I've got the right way around, haven't I? It looks like I got that the wrong way round, actually. Looks like I've got that cap in backwards. Nothing new there, is there? You seem to work though, doesn't it? Yeah, this one looks like it's in backwards, but I'm sure the crimped end is the positive and this end is the negative. I'll have to have a look at the circuit on that in a minute before we fire it up again. Get the sleeve off the caps and see where the printing is. The problem is, if I want to keep the orange, Timothy, I want to keep the orange sleeve on it if I can. I haven't got any clear heat shrink. But I reckon I got that cap round backwards, you know. I'm going to need to check that in a minute. That's bugging me now. It did work though, strangely enough. It didn't pop, did it? Oh dear. So yeah, today my plan was to get these done. And that one up there on the volume pot, get that one done, if I've got them. And then take these three, well, that's AF116, I thought they were AF117s. Take these three AF116s out, there's three in there, look. See them? Smiling at me. Take these three out and zap them. There is two in the FM can over here. I've taken the shields off and they don't have any shorts anyway. They didn't have originally. They're AF115s, and I do find that the 115s don't seem to suffer as bad as the AF116s, 117s. In fact, AF116s aren't normally too bad. It seems to be the AF117s for some reason. Whether it's just because I see more of those, I don't know. Afternoon, Daniel. Gerard, how you doing, mate? Go Pack Go. There is another on the right hand side. Another what? Another what, Anthony? Another Hunts or another AF116? There's only three there that I can see. Yeah, those rubber grommets have all gone rock hard as well. How easy are they to get out? Fairly straightforward. So yeah, that's the plan. Have out the AF116s, zap them and get the Hunts. Hunts on the right hand side. Oh yeah, on there. Well spotted, Anthony, on this transformer. So we got, that must be the output transformer there. What is this one then? Is that it's got two transformers, this one. Let's zoom you out a little bit. So we've got this one, which I assume is the output transformer. It's not a main set, it's only a battery set. I can assume it's the output transformer because the speaker wires Yeah, speaker wires are in here. Black and green is the output. So this one must be just an interstage transformer. Strange. Sure. Darren's good. Darren Coe. I'm surprised Darren hasn't got more subs, to be fair, because he is he's a really knowledgeable chap, and his videos are really good quality. So I'm really surprised that Darren hasn't got more subs than he has. He should be well into the tens of thousands by now, but he's not. And I'm nearly on 5,000. I got about 38 to go to get to 5,000, so that'd be brilliant. 5,000 before Christmas. Normally we're pushing for the last 1,000 at Christmas, aren't we? On the water there, do you see that? Strange. How about a small drill, then hollow out with a Dremel? Daniel's been doing some jobs around the house. Stop with a cuppa. Tired of chicken wings? No, but you can keep it up your way, Benji. We don't want it down here. We've already lost chicken to fox this year. So foxes are not that popular in these parts in the country. Right, okay, let's have a look at these caps then. So what have we got here? We've got 0.02, 150 volts. And this is where we start searching through all the caps again. And I got 0.001 there. I've got some scattered about because I did a recap for a guy on his amateur radio set, and I did have some left over, so that's 0.22. I've got 0.33. So I've got a few knocking about. What's that? No, they're only 0.047. 50 volts, big enough. What I tend to do if I got a project that needs caps and I haven't got them, I tend to order them in, and I order more, which is always good practice. But sadly, RS have started charging postage for account holders, so that's really sort of ground me to a halt as to what I was going to be ordering. I know. That's Roy. Roy's ringing me live on a live stream. Roy has very kindly sent me another R600 to have a play with, so that'll be here hopefully fairly soon. Right, let's get the other caps down then. Again, all these caps are marked differently, which is a real pain, which is why I've got this this sheet here that I downloaded. If you want to know about caps, this is a great resource, freetronics.com, and all the different caps and what they are in picofarads, nanofarads, and what the codes on them are. Very, very useful. So we want 0.02. Well, the nearest we're going to get to that is 0.022, which is 22 NF. It just so happens I've got quite a lot of 22 NFs. Ideal. They're orange, mind you. But then it matches in with the orange for the other ones, doesn't it? So that's 0.22s. Two of those. What's this one here? 0.1. So 0.1 is 100 NF. Because we're going to need a bit of a longer one for that. Are we or aren't we? No, we might be able to get away with a smaller one. 100 NF. What if we got 100 volts? Hello, I've broken through. I'm mixing up caps here, which is not good. Is that 100 enough? 104? Yeah, there we go. That one will do for there. And this one over here is 0.25. So the nearest we've got is either 220 or 270 NF. I've got 220s. I've got loads of 220s actually, but I wonder if any of them are big enough to stretch around there. I need axial ones really for that, so I'm probably going to have to go deep and use my poly caps that are rated at 600 volts. A bit overkill, but really in this application any cap is good as long as it's over the battery voltage. Just I have to go deep. There we go. So 0.22, 224. .74, 0.01, 224, there we go. 630 volts, bit overkill, but it'll fit in. And it's better to have an axial one up there because I've got to stretch it around the cap. So there we go. So that's my 4 caps. Let's get them done. I can have a think about stuffing in a minute. Right, let's get some kit together here. The brown caps do not look out of place. No, they don't. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? Solder a new capacitor under the old cap and snip one lead of the old cap. The old cap won't go anywhere. Yeah, I did think about that, that Harvey. But you can't fit them on the underside because it's point-to-point wiring. If it was a circuit board, I could just stick them on the back. But it's not. I do need to just double check the wiring on this one. I'm sure that's the wrong way around. Normally you guys would have told me if I'd done that. Yeah. I mean, I could probably hide it somehow. But I would like to try and get it in the actual cap itself. I'll take that one out of circuit in a minute and we'll have a look at it just to see how easy it is. Right, soldering iron's on, heat it up. Let's get my eyes, get the old goggles on. I'm not on camera, but that's not too much of a problem, is it? Hi Brett, how are you doing, mate? Yeah, I know. It's the trouble is it's $3.95, I think it is their postage charge, which is okay if you've got a big order. If you just want a few resistors or, you know, a handful of capacitors, $3.95 really pushes the unit price up quite a bit. Right, so let's play nice in here. Play nice, Sean. So I'm going to do these two here first. Get these two done. Done and out of the way. Let's get in a bit closer. That way. There we go. Oh, that should do you. Hi Keith, how are you? Buy them on eBay. Yeah, you can do. I have bought stuff on eBay before, Nick. So some of it's like it's massively overpriced. Some of the eBay sellers, you know, you're buying a part from RS for 7 pence, and on eBay it's £1. You know, so it's you know, they're making their money. But RS are not the cheapest by any means. But the free postage thing was what made me use them more than the others. I think Final have got a £2 charge for handling fee if it's under a certain amount. And I think CPC do free postage over a certain amount. But you know, end of the day, it just means the costs go up for the customer, and doing stuff for myself gets costly. They really knitted this one in. They really done a number on that one. I don't want to heat it up too much because I'll I don't want to damage the transformer. All right. What will come out now? Yeah. Now he's coming out. Okay. Transformer winders do look quite big on this actually, so again, the only reason we're getting rid of these really is because of the problem I had with that other one that's split in half. They are not very well made, these caps. They seem to absorb they absorb dampness or moisture. Okay, that's that one out. Let's just temporarily put that one, make sure I've got the right size here. 22 NF. Yeah, see, this one's broken in half as well. So yeah, it was just as well I got that outlet. I don't know if you can see that, but if I stick my fingernail in it, it's not going to break, is it now? But yeah, that's had it. It's got a split right the way down through it. I don't know if you can see that or not. I can't see it myself, maybe. Things come down. Afternoon, George. A little bit of green. Oh, I don't know why it had a little bit of green on it, but it did. 0.02. It's only just going to stretch, you know. It's only just going to stretch over there. Gonna have to straighten his legs out. Okay. That'll work. I don't know. I don't think it needs a green sleeve on it, really. Let's get a bit of solder on there and worry about it afterwards. Bend the leg round on that back one just to make a better mechanical joint if I can get in there with the forceps. There we go, that's one done. Stand him up a little bit. Makes it look a bit nicer, I suppose, rather than laying down on its side. Plenty of clearance there. Yeah, okay, that's good. This one's going to be a bit tougher. Yeah, that's going to be a fair old stretch, that is. In fact, I don't think that's what's going to fit across there. I might have to tag it on that back strip, actually. That might work. Right, will that reach from there to there? I'm going to have to sort of rejig that a little bit, I think, to fit that in. Let's see how I get on. If not, I'll have to pull a yellow one out. But it'd be nice to have them both the same, really. They certainly put their fair share of solder on these. Okay, so that bit there, get that out. Get off. Leave it. What's that one? Should probably use a bit bigger an iron, but I don't really want to heat it up too much. Tell you what, I don't want to come off, does it? Problem is, it's knitted in there again. Let's just manage to snip that, so it should. Come off now. God, it's always one little bit. Always one little bit. There we go. Right. So I think, I mean, these terminals are the same, so it's not a problem. I'm just going to have to go between there and there. It's a bit of a manipulation. Just trying to make these poly caps fit, Sean. Yeah, that'll work. Do I find it naturally easy to talk while I multitask? Read the comments and huff. I Paddy, are you? I read the comments and huff, Sean, do I? Well, you know, sometimes it's a sigh. Should have the extractor on, really. Do the green posts have connection in the backside? They might do. They might do, Anthony. A good, good idea, mate. I see you're thinking. Ooh. I see your train of thought there. Right, let's get this one that's soldered on. Hopefully that's got him. Let's reflow these that I've desoldered. There we go. Slightly different position than the originals, but still on the same connections. Job done. Marquee afternoon. You off, David? Catch you soon, mate. Thanks for dropping in. Right, so Anthony suggested having a look at the back of these. And yes, they are connected. That one certainly is. Yeah, so what Anthony's saying is do the posts go through to the back? And yeah, sure enough, they do. They do. So I just need to isolate those caps and I can tag them in underneath. So how best to go about that? Yeah, good call, Anthony. That's going to look a lot better than trying to hide them underneath these caps, which I was considering. It's going to totally fool somebody in the future, though, isn't it? If they come to work on this, I have to put a little label on saying what the hell I've done to it. Poor thing. Anyway, we'll get onto that in a bit. So let's put that one to one side because that's another one of the nasties. Where did the other one go? There. We'll check those maybe later if we got time. Now to do this one. Get you bad. Alright, let's have a look here. Where's this one across then? It's got like a burn mark on there. Okay, so it's across. Ugh. That one and that one. It's got a burn mark unless it's where a wire has rested on it in the past. I'm sure you can see that where my fingernail is. Like. Right, did I drop my solder sucker on the floor? Yes, I did. Typical, isn't it? I'm gonna need to get a beer out really because I've got myself a Guinness up here, and I know it's an alcohol-free one, but if you let them get too warm, they fizz up and go bonkers. So I'm gonna stick that in the glass first. I've got some other beers here, but this is cold, so I'm gonna stick this one in first. It's a bit feisty, but not too bad. Yeah, I was thinking of maybe just hot gluing the end back on, but and I'm bound to be running to the loo quite a lot today, so apologies for that in advance, but unfortunately there's issues down below. Anyway, cheers everybody. Let's get this one done first, and then we'll have a look at these two caps here, see if I can stuff them. Well, I've got to do that one, and I've got to do the one on the volume pot at the back there. Let's get smashed. Yeah. I'm on strict orders not to at the moment, really, but you know, you've got to be done every so often, isn't it? This one's going to be tricky to get off, I think. I think I'm going to just end up snipping the legs on this one and just soldering the new one. to some fresh solder. We'll see. There's some quite fine wire on this now. Okay, that one might come off. Yeah, that one will come off. That side's off. That's just wrapped around. It's getting a little bit closer. My hands are in the way anyway, really, I suppose, but come on out. Right, that's that. So I wonder if a bit of heat will release this one. Yeah, oh, there we are. Ah, easier than expected. Right. So this was a 0.1. So we're going to put a 104 in, which is this one. That's easy enough there. Sounded like Watch with Mother then or something, didn't I? Am I coming there? Ah, oh, look at that. Just the ticket. Right. Let's do a bit of wangling. Get that one in there. So you can tell this is very early sort of technology, can't you? So I'm going to have to be careful there because that's going to short, so we need to pull it down that way. That looks like a pig's ear now, doesn't it? So that side should have really gone underneath that wire in there. Making a pig's ear out of this. I'm making this look a lot more difficult than it is. What's going on here? Just don't want to do it, does it? Get in there. Get in there. There. Got it. Okay. It's like threading a needle. So we go there with that one. Take this one down. So the other one was sort of like hanging down underneath slightly, so I think if we go there, there, look at that, that looks okay. Well, I don't know, it looks terrible, but it'll bend in a bit better once it's soldered. That's my thoughts. Right. Rob, how you doing, mate? Good to see you, and thank you for the super chat. Not missed a lot, really. I'm just in the process of recapping or replacing the Hunt's capacitors in this thing because of the fact that they all got really bad. They've broken apart, so just getting rid of them now. Okay, let's tidy that up a little bit, stick it underneath there. Well, that's all right, isn't it? Whew, right, one more hunt's left to go. And it'll be dehunted. This one. Okay, this is a little bit strange because they've soldered it to the actual can of the... Is that the volume or the tuning? No, that's tone, isn't it? I believe. Tone or volume? I think that's a volume one there. Yeah, so that must be the tone one. So we need to stick a bigger tip in to get that off, I think. I'm not going to get that off of a normal soldering iron tip. So the only reason I want to keep those orange ones is purely because they got the date on them, that's all. Just got to work out a way of doing that. I might do what Anthony said about cutting the... I think it's Anthony or Harvey said about cutting the leg off inside. The trouble is I haven't got a lot of length on this one. Anyway, I keep looking at that. This is what we've got to do now. So we've got to get this off. Let's heat that up. There we are. So it does help to have a big tip, as Brett says. I think maybe he might be talking about something else, but you just never know. Right, can I get in there? Right. So we got a bit of blue sleeve. Should we keep the blue sleeve or should I stick some of that white stuff? Let's stick the white stuff on it. I'm happy with the white stuff. So this one's going to be a bit of a tighter squeeze because it's a bigger cap. Maybe there. Just do it so it's the writings up the top so I can see the value. be something like that. Okay. So we need... Right, let's solder that end in first. Still got the whacking great tip on, but take the green tube off those caps, cut them short, then put them back into the remaining leads with a bit of glue, then they look like they're still connected. Yeah, got that, Anthony. The problem I got is that one of those has really got a really short lead on it. I only need to disconnect one side, don't I? I mean, one of them has just got a lead sticking out the end, so I can leave that end. In fact, I can... Yeah, no, there's a better way of doing it, because I can just put a little tiny bit of maybe of hot glue or something just underneath to keep him in place. If I can tack some in underneath, then that's what I'm going to do. If I snip the top wire off, that's just bare, there's no sleeving on that. It still retains the date then. You can't really see those wires. Right. That seems to be nicely soldered in there, so just cut that leg off. I'm fighting it. Come on, get over that way a bit more. Go on, you know you want to. Really want to put, I was going to put a blob of flux on that, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to use a monster iron tip and sticking on. There she blows. Yeah, I think that looks all right, don't you? Yeah. Don't think that'll interfere with the top of the radio. Okay, what else? What else is there? Right, it's just looking at these caps here then. So firstly, let me take this one off, because this is in the wrong place. I'm convinced of it now. I'm convinced that that's backwards. Right. There he is. Just trying to see if there's an easy way to stuff this. I don't think there is. So let me reconnect that. So that's going to the center of the 3 here and across to that one. So it's going from there to there. You can see that. It's a bit dark, isn't it? I think that's my camera blown it out because these white knobs, yeah. So I just need to look at the circuit diagram a minute and work out which way round this goes, because I think I can just leave that soldered on there, just snip the other end off. Right, let me get the circuit up. Tea break. Let's see if I can find this. Ooh, pardon me. Right, let's go to history. I should be able to find the manual, hopefully. I had a major issue with the computer this week and nearly didn't come on today. So we've got pulse scan, which seems to be the best, the Cody's scan. Brilliant circuit diagram, this one. Because it's got all the layout nicely printed. So let's go in here. So this is the one C47. I'm going a bit closer, just to be sure that is the one on that. Yeah, so VT6 is the center pin of VT6. It goes to C47. So we get down to the schematic. That one's the wrong way round. Let's just spin it twice, 3 times. There we go. VT6 C47. Let's go in a bit closer. C47. So the negative goes to pin 2. And the positive goes to R23. So yeah, I did have that capacitor the wrong way round. Oopsie. Where's a goat? Yeah, I should say so. Right, so yeah. And that's the other one, C49. Oh, hang on, was it C49? I'm confused myself now. No, it was C47. I was right. Yeah, okay. So yeah, C47, the negative definitely goes to the base of VT6. I'm surprised that worked with it the wrong way round though, because that would have, well, I suppose it would let AC flow, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it probably didn't hurt too much having that the wrong way round, really. Still let the signal through. But yeah, we'll get it the right way around this time. Oh dear. Oh well. Could be done. Oh, thank you, Rob. Yeah, what's in Curry then? Is it a nice place, Rob? What's the idea with the holiday in Kerry? Thanks, Anthony. Yeah, so with the goat, we had to have the goat in for the wrong way round capacitor. But as I say, luckily that wasn't on the positive side, so to speak. Right, let me get my bearings here then. So we've got to go from that peg there, which is the end one of, oh no, it's the middle one. So third one in. Okay, so from there down to the center one there. So this is the positive, and that's the negative. Yeah, tricky. So let's make a little, let's get a bit of that heat. It's not heat shrink, is it? What is it? Stick a bit of that on. Let's just pop a bit on, a bit of that big. Stick that on, and let's just make a little loop there. So it's that's too little a loop. Tell you what, I'm struggling to see this stuff at the moment for some reason. Let's get the eyes. Get the eyes on. You go there every year, do you, Rob? So, never been to Ireland, Northern Ireland or Ireland. Never been, but it is supposed to be really nice. Mrs. Cruncher's been there. Mrs. Cruncher's done the usual pub crawl tour to Dublin, I think. Right, so that one will go on there. I'm going to have to put a bit of flux on that because it's going to need to get pretty warm. Just tighten that up. Nice. Can you see what I'm doing there? Should get you in a little bit closer. So I am the right way around this time. But yeah, if I'd had that cap in the wrong way around on the power supply section, it would have gone pop quite nicely. Or nastily. So the other leg. Which way are we going to do this, Graham? Got to go to there. Okay. Let's going to be tricky, but I think what I'll do is if I put a bend in that, hook it up there. Where's the forceps? Where's your extractor fan? Yeah, you're right, Rob. I keep forgetting it's just here. So I will do that. I shouldn't be blowing it, should I? It's not the greatest extractor in the world, but it's got to be better than no extractor. So if anyone wants to see the extractor, it's just one of those ones with a carbon filter in it. Does work, but it's really just a sort of hobbyist thing. Really, I should have something a bit better than that. But it's all down to cost, unfortunately, at the end of the day. So let's definitely get some flux on that. I'll stick the extractor on now. Oh, we would if it was plugged in. And let's do some soldering on that one. See, it does take the fumes away. Okay. Yeah, that's gone fine. So I'm going to move the base of it away from this pin here. Let's get a screwdriver and just manipulate that out of the way. Although it is insulated, but let's it better off over that way. Better off there? Oh, it'd be better off there, yeah. Okay. There we are. Nicely hidden out of the way. Jim, how are you, mate? You're using the 2001D with the improved dial lights, yeah, the great sets. I actually sold mine to Rob Cross, so I haven't got one at the moment. Well, I've got three actually, but I haven't really got one that I would say is good. They all need a bit of restoration, really, and they all need the dial lamps doing. Well, that's that one. So let's look at the other one then. So the other one is from here. So there's two pins there. So it's that one there. Right the way over to there. That's a hell of a stretch. Yeah, that's a big old stretch, that is. So I'm going to have to do that with a jumper wire by the looks of it. I have to move my capacitor out of the way again. Or do I just do it over that way? Didn't really think that out, Graham, did you? No. Okay. And there's plenty of room under this chassis anyway. So we need to get a wire from there. So let's use a bit of solid wire. Let's use this white stuff. Makes it a bit stiffer, won't flop about everywhere. And we want an 8.2 microfarad. There. I hear what you're saying, Robert. Yeah, it's a bit silly not using it when it's sat right here beside me, isn't it? But you get sort of carried away and in the zone and forget all about it. Right, how are we going to do this then? What we need to do is just put like a little hook. So let's have a look which way round this one is. So again, this is negative to the transistor. So it's got to be that way. And the positive, oh, bending me new caps everywhere now, goes to that one there. Okay, so that's got to go there. You can't quite see where I am, can you? So it's got to go there. Right, more tube, more of my white tube stuff. I keep cutting bits of it off, but it keeps disappearing somewhere. There's a graveyard for white bits of tube somewhere. I don't know where it is. Oh, well, let's cut another piece off. Let's cut some more off. Right. After all this, it probably won't work now. I shouldn't have said that. I realised that just as I said it. Oh well. No, not at all, Rob. End of the day, everything I've got here pretty much is for sale. So if you need something and I've got it, I can sell it to you. Okay, yeah, nice tight fit there. Extractor on. Bit of flux. Just out of shot. There we are. Snip that little bit off. Okay, so that's our cap. Let's rest him down that way. So I need to join a bit of wire on there, so let's do that. So I think I'm just going to put a sort of hook in the end of this, and a hook in the end of this. Squash them together. See what I'm doing there? I think you can. Squash them together. Hopefully I can get some of that stuff over the top of there. If not, I'll put some heat shrink on it. So a little bit of that go over. Yeah, look at that. Oh, nice. Right. So I'm going to strip that back a bit there. Bit more. I'll wrap that around. If I can find the forceps again. Yeah, Sony 2001D is quite a well-respected shortwave sort of world band radio, Robert. I've repaired quite a few. I keep amassing them. I don't need them, so I need to get rid of them, as Sean will tell you. I need to get rid. Now that's going to move up now, isn't it? There we go. Let's cut that piece off. Let's see another little leg, a piece of one there. Get that out of the way. I'm just looking at the slugs in the bottom of this. Anyway, that's the two caps done underneath. So we've got that one there, and just over here we've got this one. All nice and neat. Now we've got to deal with these other ones. I don't like that. We've got to deal with them on the top side now. Certain ones, yeah. Right, let's pop that off a minute. Okay. Right. How are we going to get that one out of there then? Loves it in there. Doesn't want to come out. Chuck my forceps on the ground. Whew. Okay. So I've got two choices. I can either leave that disconnected and just hot glue it down, just snip this lead off and just bend it so as it's not going to short against anything. So I'm just pop a little tiny bit of hot glue on and just leave it on the chassis. I think that's the best idea actually. I could, like I say, cut that, but I don't think that's necessary. I just want to leave them in there for the date recognition more than anything. So I'm going to snip that off. Obviously we don't want that touching ground, but we will leave enough on it. So that'll sit down in behind there still, so it looks like it's still connected, but obviously it's only connected to the live. That'll do that one. Now this one, the green bit has got a bit burnt. It's always good to have a bit of extra sleeving. I don't think, what have I got here? Is that any good? That might work. I'll tell you what, it's blowing a gale out there today. So there's a bit of green sleeve in there. That actually will clean up all right, so I'll do the other, that's exactly the same with this other end. I'll just snip it off, bend it down, and ship bit of solder that one back on there. Hopefully I'm not boring you all. You're all still with me. I'm not seeing a lot. Oh, thank you, Ben. Thank you very much, Ben. Well deserved. Cut them short on glue, probably. Yeah. I think this is going to look okay, Anthony. I don't think you're going to realise that they're not connected unless you look really carefully. Hopefully anybody in the future with a bit of sense will see what I've done, but saying that, they'd have to take it out of the chassis, wouldn't they? God, this one's a real fiddle, this one. Flipping heck. God dear. Why are you being so awkward? I think what I need to do is just solder it in like that first and then worry about aligning it in a minute. Okay, right, that's a plan. Let's give it a little bit of a clean off. Michael Hyde, how are you, Michael? Let's give it a bit of a clean off there. Just help the glue stick a bit better. This one just wants to stay down there anyway. Probably would be fine, but I just don't want it moving about. If it moves about, it could break through the thing. I mean, it wouldn't hurt anything, to be fair. It would just alter the capacitance. It would put itself in parallel with the other cap. I'm not sure whether cap's in parallel, add or subtract. Add or divide, should I say. Right, let's hook up a glue gun. I've got a monster glue gun. That little Stanley thing. I've run out of sticks for it. Glue gun sticks. So let that heat up a minute, and I'll catch up with the chat. You should have been at Brands Hatch today, but couldn't organise transport. What's on at Brands Hatch, Anthony? Motorbikes or cars? Oh, they add when they're in parallel, do they? So yeah, I'll be doubling it up to 16 microfarads if it did short to ground. So it's not going to make a lot of difference, is it? Oh, last of the touring cars. Yeah, I did used to follow that, Anthony. I did used to follow that. Jason Plato was always the one to watch, wasn't he? He was always good fun to watch. But he was Fifth Gear, wasn't he, Jason Plato? One of the presenters on Fifth Gear. But always interesting to watch him. But I haven't really followed it for about 3-4 years now. So I'm just waiting for the hot glue gun to warm up, as you can see just off the shot there. And I'm going to stick them down. So I'm a bit of a clean up while I'm waiting for that to get up to temperature. Then we're going to have to do a bit of zappy on these transistors. and then we should be able to hook it up to the speaker for a test. His last year in racing today, is it? Oh, shame, because he was always good to watch, Jason Plato. He was in 5th gear, Anthony, wasn't he? I'm sure he was. Let's get these little bits of copper off the bench from that wire sleeving that I stripped that I didn't need. Starting to foam up nicely now. This is where I need my blue mat, but it's got stuff on it currently. Well, both of my blue mats have got stuff on them. I should have them on the bench, really. They are quite useful for holding screws and that when you're working on stuff. Right. So let's see if I can splodge a bit in. Where are we? Where do we need to be? I think we can be just about there, maybe. That's one. That's probably a bit much, actually. Yeah. That's a bit OTT, but there you are. So not such a big blob there, Graham. Is that? Better. Yeah, a bit of a big blob, that first one. But it'll do the job. It'll stop it moving about. Certainly well and truly stuck, that one. Yeah, shame, because you can just about see, well, you can see it's there, which I don't like. I might have to try and cut that back a little bit. Magvision! Thank you, mate. Thank you very much. Let's see if I can cut that back a little bit. Bit too blobby for my liking. There we are. That's better. That's better. I can still just see a little tiny bit. I don't like that. It's got to go. It's got to go. Where's my eyes? The eyes and my tweezers. There we are. Oh, that's nice. So they're both connected, but they're not connected, if you know what I mean. Let's see if I can get you in and show you my handiwork. Let's prop it up on the thing. And where are they? So there they are. The lights going out. Is it going to compensate? Come on. No, it doesn't like that angle. The camera. Oh, there you go. That's better. So yeah, they look like they're connected still, don't they? I can still see the dates on them, but I've snipped the ground wires off them both. There we go. You can see my restuffed Plessy as well. Thanks, Anthony. Right, well, it's time to get the zapping gear out. Make sure that cools down nicely. Let's have a look. So need a cap, capacitor. That should be it, because I've pretty much done everything on this now, apart from an alignment. And we've used the same transistor, so in theory it shouldn't need an alignment, but it might do. As I say, on these, if you can get away with not touching the cores, then do so, because you'll end up in a whole lot of pain else. Right, how are these done then? So it looks like they are collector, base and emitter. So collectors are on the one with the little red ring. So yeah, the blue is the collector, green is the base and yellow is the emitter. But what I will do, I forgot my phone was plugged in. Let's get my camera. I'll just take a picture of those, just in case. Hit it with a bit of flash. Flash off, I want flash on. Flash on. A little sneaky one hiding behind there. I've got to thank Chris Crawford as well for Chris has hosted my complete picture collection, and very kindly hosted that for nothing for me down in Australia. So that's very, very kind of him. So now every time I take a picture, instead of it being stored on Google, it goes to Chris's server. So I don't have to worry about my storage on Google anymore, which is very, very helpful. So thanks again, Chris, if you're watching. Probably a bit late actually, but does Rob know the cores? I've only just got that, Brett. Thanks, Robert. Does Rob know the cores? Oh dear. Yeah, I'm a bit slow on the uptake, Brett, as you know. So these should be a lot easier to get off than normal. Very easy. You remember the ones in the hackers have got in fact, let's just make sure these go back in the same position. So if I go 1, 2, 3, we can get them in the right position. So I'm just going to make a little mark on there. That's number 1. Just put that 1 on the side of this. Because different transistors have got different gain. And if I'm trying to get away without doing an alignment, I could do with not altering the position of them. I'm misusing the soldering iron there to help lever these off, but you know. That's number 2. Number 2. This last one's a bit tricky because it's stuck right in behind the ferrite rod here, behind the old ferret. Can I just wangle that one up, I wonder? Can I just pop one side out and lift it out of the way? Or isn't there enough slack on it? Is there enough slack? Yeah, gained a little bit on it, not a lot. There we are. Number 3. So that's me 3 transistors out of them. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Rob. Okay, I'm going to nip to the loo a minute, and then we're going to test these just to see what the short situation is, and zap the bejesus out of them. Yeah, it is very windy out there today. It is very windy. Right, that's better. It's better. Okay, let's get the multimeter down there. Let's have a look, see if see what shorts we've got on these. I can't remember. Did we test these originally, or did we just go with it? And I can't remember whether we tested these originally or not. Okay, as per usual then, it's a case of going onto the ground wire or the CAN, shield wire, and seeing if there's any. So first of all, the collector. Okay, so we've got 500 ohms short on the collector to the CAN base. Nothing on the base emitter. Nothing on the emitter. So we've just got oh, hang on. No, I didn't have the wires on properly. 600 ohms on the emitter. 31 ohms on the base. Cool. That's number one. So number one's got some bad shorts on it. Number two. Let's go with number two. Same thing, I'll just connect to the ground wire. So collector. Nothing. Base. Nothing. Emitter, nothing. So number two was okay. Yeah, number two's okay. No shorts on number two yet. Still got to be zapped. And the last one, number three. Collector, 1.9 meg, base, 1.8 meg, an emitter, 60 ohms. So yeah, that one's knackered as well. So number two was okay, but both the other two were shorted. Right. Set up for Zapparoonie time then. Afternoon, Derek, how are you? COVID jab last Wednesday. Mine is the... I'm not sure if mine's the 17th or the 27th. I know I've got a chimney sweep coming one of those days and my COVID jab the other. I can't remember which way round it is. I tapped the test for noises and just disconnected the CAN wire. Okay. Well, definitely 2 out of 3 of those are shorted. Let's just move the chassis out of the way for a minute. Really want wires dangling over everything. Right, so power supply. I'm going to link, I've got a dual power supply here with 2 separate output sections. Both sides are 32 volts. If I combine them, I can get 64 volts. I usually keep it to around 50 though, so that's the plan. So let me just set that up. Got a capacitor. Just put the linking piece in. Power, so we want to go up to say 50 volts. So if we copy it to the other side, bump the current up. So I should now have around about 50 volts on those 2 leads. Just have a look at that. Yep, 49.9 volts, so 50 volts. You got yours today, Rich, did you? Oh, everybody, so looks like I'm the last one then, am I? Okay. So I'm going to try and keep these together with all the leads still on them. That's the plan. So I'm going to keep all the leads still on them. Obviously don't need the ground connected. Am I going to be able to do this, I wonder? Normally I'd twist the legs together, but being that we've got the okay, I think that'll work. You've got to get all the junctions together. If you don't connect them all, you will knacker the transistor. Come on, Christ. Maybe I need to change this tip. It's holding its heat a bit too long. Just pop the other tip back in. So make sure they're all connected, and they are. So angle it up for zapping. So make sure I'm right. That's positive. That's negative. It's just a case of touching that onto there and get the right angle. Right, fire in the hole. Which one was this? This is number 1. I can't let me touch it now. Hang on. Let's try that again. Huh. Don't really like getting my fingers near them just in case it does go pop. Yeah, that's done. Let's find a discharging cap. Find me, where's me? Discharge a Rooney. Oh, cool. That made me jump then. Oh, it's only a 20 ohm, that's why. Yeah, maybe could have done with a bit higher cap than that. Is that what done with me? There's a bit caps gone now. Oh, down here, aren't they? Hundred ohm, there we go, that's better. Right, so what I'm going to do is just join it on now. I was off shot, sorry about that. So I've joined it back up again now. I want to be up here a bit more, don't I? So I've joined it back up now. So again, I'm going to connect the negative and the positive. I turn it on. Make sure I'm the right way around. Yes. I'm just going to give it a few taps, just to make sure that any that are near the top just get burnt off. There we go. So that's still charged up, so let's use this one to discharge it this time. That's that one done. 2 to go. Now, say we should be able to see if this will work. It's had a hell of a lot. I mean, it was working, wasn't it? It was working before I'd done all the work, so hopefully it still will. Got some fresh solder onto there. A mix of 2 vaccines in 1 jab. Well, I've had my flu one because I had that was it last Sunday or the Sunday before? I forget now. I think it was Sunday before, wasn't it? Okay, so this wire's not bared. Oh yeah, that's hot. That's hot. No touchy. Right, all attached, ready for zapping. This is number 3, so this is one of the ones that had the short as well. Fire in the hole. No dramas there. Just discharge that. Okay, let's catch up with the chat. We've got some interesting talk there about mice. Let's have a look. So Colin's talking about getting, yeah, so the updated Pfizer jab now gives protection for the Omicron variant as well. Thanks, Multi. Derek's saying you had a flu jab the Wednesday before at your local chemist. Zeddy Huckle. Welcome, Zeddy. A 2-in-1 jab, the bivalent, has not been tested on humans when mixed together. It has only been tested on 8 mice. That doesn't sound too good. That doesn't sound too good, Zeddy, does it? Good day to you, Don. How you doing, mate? Is it morning there now? Is it morning there now, Don? Welcome, mate. So we're just in the process of cap zapping? Transistor zapping. Just had a bit of a deviation there to talk about the COVID vaccine. Interesting. I don't know which one it will be that I'll be having. So again, I'm just going to whack this one. It's connected up. 50 volts. If there's any near the surface, this will just make sure that they're burnt off. So again, we'll just short that one out. Need a beer. So I've just got the resistor across it to just make sure it's there. I mean, it wouldn't hurt, I don't think, putting voltage into my soldering iron, but probably best not to, really. So that's the second one. One left to do. One to do. One little zapparoonie to go. Now, I haven't, you'll notice that well, some of you may notice I haven't done the ones in the FM section. I'm not going to do them at this stage. If someone wants the radio, then I will get in there and do them. But they haven't got shorts. I've checked that. Well, we checked it together. We know they haven't got shorts. So I've cut the shield wires off just in case. But we have measured them and there's no shorts on them. Right, okay, so we're ready for zapping this one. So again, I've got the 3 junctions connected to, I mean, it doesn't matter which way round you put it, as long as you put the power supply on the right way around. I've got all 3 junctions connected to the positive side of this 100 microfarad, 100 volt cap, and the negative I put to the ground. So all I'm going to do is connect my clips to these 2 wires, and I'm just going to touch that to the ground, or to the shield wire, I mean. So let's connect that up. Negative. Positive. Turn it on. 50 volts. Let's touch that against it and say there was no shorts on this one, so but if there was anything close to the edge, it will just take them off. So it's always worth zapping them, even if they're showing us okay. I'm just discharging that. Martin, how are you, mate? Did you miss some fireworks? No drama. No drama. I have had them go pop a few times, and you've always seen that because I always do them live, foolishly. Right, let's just get let's get an old beer that I haven't had for a long time now. I only bought this because it was cheap, to be fair. But do you remember the old Bass? Yeah, Bass. I haven't seen that in pubs for a long time. Not down this way, anyway. It's it used to be a very popular draft ale, Bass. It says premium pale ale. Didn't know it was a pale ale. I thought it was a normal bitter, but there you go. So that's going in. Proper old school. Goat. What am I goating for, Derek? I'll give you the goat, but I don't know what have I done. There you go. That's a bit of goat action for you, Derek. Oh, they're mixing them now, are they, Rich? There's more in that. Yeah, a lot of these beers that used to be on tap years ago are disappearing, aren't they? Trying to think of some of the other ones. Harp was it? Hofmeister, you used to see Hofmeister. They used to do the old bear adverts, didn't they? Now, did I whack that one? No, I haven't whacked this one yet, have I? That's all that's outstanding is a good whacking, I believe. That's a problem stopping halfway through. Right, let's give it a whack. There we go. As I say, that one didn't have any shorts anyway, to be fair, but always worth doing them. Just discharge that. Harp is still brewed in Nigeria, really? A few. It makes nice shandies. Yeah, I remember that. I actually remember that, yeah. It did make nice shandies. I think as a youngster, that was all you were allowed, wasn't it? Was a shandy. But I did have a dad that worked for, well, my dad used to work for Whitbreads. So he always used to come home with some, oh, don't touch the hot soda, Graham. He always used to come home with some interesting stuff from work. Right, that's all three zapped now. Let me just catch up with the chat then. So Brett's saying there was a pub called Bass House. Danish had his number 4 fires a job 3 months ago. Health department says vial count is low here right now. Okay. Multi tried a bottle of Bass not long ago. Thought it was rubbish compared to what used to be able to get years back. Yeah, it used to be on draft. I can remember it was a proper real ale, I thought, but it doesn't. To be fair, it doesn't taste bad. I actually quite like that. I quite like that. I'm not really a pale ale man, but I do drink them. Afternoon, Jess. How are you? Yeah, down to 3 chickens now, Jess, unfortunately. Mrs. Cruncher's fine. Round the corner from Whole Cheese, where the House Martins filmed Happy Hours. Marksman lager is poison. 1 and 3 head shorts before zapping. That's right, Anthony, yes. So now is the time where we're going to see if our zapping has been successful. So I'm just going to split the legs up again. Shouldn't flick solder really, but I've got glasses on, so. Not safety glasses, mind you, but I have got glasses on. Okay. Right, let's get the old thing out. So we need to do 2 tests. We also need to make sure they're still transistors and we haven't killed the junction. So I'll use my component tester for that. Got lots of solder on that desk now. Okay, so have we cleared the shorts? So let's try number 1 first. So we definitely had shorts on number 1, quite bad. So this should stay as OL, so it should get no movement. So let's go from ground to the, if I can get the probes on it. Stay there. Ground to collector. Nothing. Base. Nothing. And emitter. Nothing. So number one has no shorts. It might not be a transistor anymore though, so we won't talk too soon. Number two then. This one didn't have any shorts. Let's hope it hasn't developed any. Collector, base, emitter. No, number two, still no shorts. Number three then, last one. Collector, base, emitter. There we go. Brilliant. So a successful zapping session. But have we still got transistors? Or have we just got lumps of fused together metal? Let's can't really see that. I need to prop it up, don't I? I don't know where my ESR meter is at the moment, which has got the stand on it. Drop down the back, I expect. Drop down the back, or have I taken it somewhere for a walk? Ah, strange. Where's that gone to then? Ah, I see it. It had gone down the back. I must sort out another 3D printer. I think mine is probably beyond repair now. It's one of those things. I'd hate to get rid of it really, because it was a present from Mrs. Cruncher, but pardon me. But it's just been so problematic, and I really could do with a 3D printer. I've got so many things I need to print. Right, so I'm going to connect these up. So we should be looking at a gain of over 100 with these. They're 116s, aren't they? So yeah, should be looking at a gain of over 100 with these. We certainly shouldn't have any shorts, and it should read, yeah, 117 PNP, BJT. Shouldn't have any huge leakage. 0.13. You're always going to get leakage with germaniums. So that was number 3, which is now good. Number 1, this was the other one that was kaput. Let's connect that up. Try again. Yes. Just check the leakage. I mean, if it had a really high leakage, it would probably be worth changing, but that's good. So that one's good as well. And the last one is number 2, which was working fine, but have we killed it? Is it going to be a 3 out of 3? Are we going to do the triple? Let's try it. Oh, now you see that's got an HFE of 34. Let me check my leads. That's not good. So I would be looking to change that one. Have we got a problem with my leads, maybe? We might have a problem with that green one, doesn't look too healthy. Wow. Well, we had one without shorts, but it seems that now it's dead. That's bizarre. Let's make sure my connections are all okay. Try that again. Oh. Oh. Looks like we've got a duff one. I didn't test these before I zapped them, really, did I? I'm just not convinced that it's not my leads. We did have a reading to start with, didn't we? We appear to have a dead transistor. Let me just double check one of these other ones a minute, make sure it's not the battery going or a lead that's disconnected. So let's just check another one again. No, okay, so now that transistor is dead. Number 2. The only one that had no shorts is dead. That's a bit of a bummer. Oh well. We need to find another AF116 and stick in there then. It means we're going to have to do a bit more zapping because these won't have been zapped. We find an AF116 with half decent legs on it. Of course, they're all short ones because they all come out of modules. What's that one there? Yeah, it's a bit short still, but might squeeze in there. That one might. Let's try this one. We've even got coloured wires on this one already. Come on, surely not. Are you misbehaving? No, that one's not good. Right, what have we got there? I've got a really short shield wire on that one. What about this one? That one might stretch. So you could zap that and it might come back to life. Not the one that was in there originally, but that one I just tried. Let's try this one. Okay, that's good. All right, that one's good. I suspect it's got shorts, but we're going to zap it anyway, but we will check for shorts. So we know that one's good. 145 HFE, which is nice. I'm going to use the coloured wires off of that. It's going to make it a bit shorter, but mustn't get them mixed up. That's the two good ones. Oh, thanks, Aaron. Yeah, I think if you don't discharge them, you're putting a lot of strain on the capacitor. So the capacitor won't last if you don't discharge it properly. That's my understanding anyway. I think it was Sean that said that. Where's Sean gone? Has he fell asleep? Has that man cave fell asleep now? Right, let's have a look to see if we've got shorts on it. We need to keep that one over there out of the way. Right then, so shield wire, if you'll come the right way. I don't think he wants to. To collector. Probably do a clipping that on really. Collector. Base. Emitter. Right, well, again, there's, oh, hang on. No, there is a little bit of a blip there. Yeah, 12. There's a little bit of a short there. And there. And there. So that's got a little bit of shorts on it. Definitely needs zapping anyway. So let's do the same. Connect the 3 legs together. I was going to unplug all my on me leads, just as well I didn't. Dear, I made a pixie with that, didn't I? Right. Same again then. Let's zap this one. You fell asleep, Andy. With a screwdriver. It's more exciting with the screwdriver, Nick, I think you mean, don't you? Right, we're definitely the right way around. I think a little snick then. I've done this before with the wrong leads as well and killed transistors. Now I've zapped like the collector or the base or emitter. Okay, that's zapped. You're nodding off as well, Paddy. Get Polish chickens. They love you and cuddle you. Huh. Back now, Andy. Well done, mate. Polish, never heard of that before, Rich. You know, we got, to be fair, that we've got some sort of what they call hybrid chickens. So they are bred for laying, really, but they're sort of recognised hybrid breeds, really. But the best layers and the friendliest chickens we've had have been the traditional old brown hens. I think they call them Ginger Rangers is one of the names, but yeah, they're the friendliest and the best layers as well. And they seem to have a longer lifespan. So we're down to 3 now, so when they're all gone, probably what we'll do is that their coop really needs sorting out now. It's got to the stage where it needs burning, really. It's just, I'm just whacking it again. You've got to watch these with the bare leads, because if you accidentally whack the shield against the other ones, it gives a bit of a flash. Right. Fingers crossed. That will do it. So we've got a shorter one. What I'll probably do is stick the shorter one in behind so you can't really see it. Oh, just flicked solder on my t-shirt then. Right. The moment of truth. Have we killed this one? Is this still a... Well, actually, no, we need to check for shorts first, don't we? We need to make sure that the zapping has cleared what little shorts there were. It wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot, to be fair, was it? Would you get? Yeah. What I say is, when they're all gone, we'll have a clear out. We'll pop a new coupe on there. But the best ones really are the plastic ones. But there's like ridiculous money for a plastic thing. I don't know. You're looking 300-400 quid for a plastic chicken coop, but you don't get any red mite with the plastic coops. It's one thing we have suffered from on and off is red mites. Right. Okay. So I'm connected to the shield collector. Base, emitter. Right, so all those shorts have gone, not that there was a lot anyway. Let's see if we've still got a transistor. Your brown chooks are very tame and like to be petted. Yeah, ours were. The problem is we haven't really been over there because they roam free in the field now. They don't really come up to us unless we got food for them. Right, here goes then. Hopefully we still got a transistor, please. Yes, we have. Look, 131 HFE. It was 145, wasn't it? But that's changed because we just heated it. 2.247. Right, so we've got a little bit shorter legs on this one now. I could have put an AF126 back in, but again, we're looking to keep it authentic if we can. That one going to come off or not? Cool, it's tight. Well, I'm just going to put the coloured wires back on so I can remember which one's which. Okay, will that go on? Let's really tight that black wire. Just go on. Yeah, he's on. Okay, well I think blue was the collector. So I'm not going to have a lot of room to wrap these, so they're just going to be tacked onto the side of the binding posts. You thought choke. Oh dear. Let's not go into choking the chickens, please. It's a whole area of innuendos opening up there. Right, green is the base. There we go. There. Good to go. Right, we've got to get these back in the radio. So I have deviated from my plan a little bit because transistor number 2 decided to die. Cake glasses. Yeah. Ours aren't like that really though. I mean, they get their food left down. That's the trouble, Derek. Their food's left down all day long, so they don't have like a set time. It's usually when Mrs. Cruncher comes home, they'll have their dinner. Allegedly. I like that, Don. Yeah, the chickens, they're usually come 5 o'clock, they're all stood down by the bottom gate waiting for their feed. Right, what did I do with the chassis? Let me get the chassis. And we'll get these put back in. Well, let's do the hardest one first. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to join a lead onto that one probably to get it onto the ground. Right, this is going to be tricky now. What have I done with my eyes? This is going to be a trip bicky. I can't really show you what I'm up to because I'm right in behind this can here, but yeah, so the shield is about ½ an inch out. So I'm going to have to extend that one a little bit. So I have to put a wire in there. Let's see if I can find a little bit of black solid core. If not, I'll use the white, but black would be better. red. Ah, black. Is that solid core or is that stranded? That's solid. Excellent. There we go then. So I think we'll do the same, put a little hook in it. If you can see where I am there. Oh, drop the wire. So I'm just doing this one in behind here. So it's all connected apart from this ground wire, which has got to go to a tag down in here, which you can't quite see. So I'm just gonna get this one and bend the end over, form a little hook, as we did before. See if I can do the same with this one, although it's difficult now. Put the blimmin' thing in. Should have done that first, shouldn't I, really? Number one has suddenly decides to come in. Come in, number one. Yeah. See if I can hook that on there. Need to make a proper hook out of that, really. Better, right, and I've just pulled the wire clean off the collector now. There we go, a bit more flux on that was needed. Right, a little bit of heat shrink, black, just to go over all that. That's too much heat shrink, that is. Way too much. Went heat shrink mad then. Went mad for heat shrink. Oh, hang on, that's a bit aggressive. Done. Right, now to get the ground wire in. Okay, I should be able to. Yeah, that's not brilliant. It's leaving half the solder on the tab here. See if I can just wick it out a minute. I think we're struggling to heat that. Put loads of solder on it. I'm just trying to clear the solder so I can feed the wire through the hole. Well, that's a bit too aggressive, 400 degrees. Let's get that back down a bit. Nearly. Well, I'm just going to have to heat it and poke it in there. Sorry if you can't quite see what I'm doing. I can't really get the camera in here. You can sort of roughly see what I'm struggling with, so I'm trying to get this wire here into the earth tag. Let's just move that, fully mesh that tuning cap a minute. Don't be mullering that. So, I'm going to pop it there, put some heat on. There he is, he's through. Right, let's just solder that on, and that'll be our first one done. And I forgot my extractor again, Robert. Oops, sorry about that. Done. Let's tidy it up a bit. That'll do nicely. Right, that's one done. 2 to go. Now, I will say these should be easier, but I shouldn't do, should I? Because they'll turn out to be a blooming nightmare, won't they? Andy Tobin, how are you, mate? Hope you're well. There's plenty of solder on these terminals already, so I'm just put a bit of flux on them to refresh the solder. What have we got here? Number 3. Ah, damn. That was number 3. Oh well. Oh well. Looks like we might be doing an alignment after all. Well, that one went in a bit easier, didn't it? Let's pop a bit of solder on those. Happy Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving, is it, today? So I am reconnecting the shield wires. Probably don't have to, but I'm going to. Oh, extractor. Okay, that's that one. And the last one, where's he gone to? He's hiding over here. Come in, number 1. Okay, that one went easy as well. disconnect the shield. There she is. Whew. Took some time, but we got there. So I think that we are getting close. I'll just have a bit of a tidy up, as per usual. Messy, messy bench. And that is it. Pretty much done. Let's just scroll out a bit. As I say, the only two that I haven't done are the two in the FM box in the front end, but as I say, I have tested them and they're fine for now. But they can be got at a later date. So that's the front of the radio, all recapped. And the back. All recapped, and we did clean all these switches as well, didn't we? So I think it's time to get the speaker and give it a blast. I need to make sure that my that these aren't still 50 volts, because it will go pop if it's 50 volts. It will definitely go pop. I just want 9 volts. Okay, so let's get that back to 9. We're on 25 at the moment. That would still kill it dead. Take the current limit down. Right, that's the power supply ready. Let's get the speaker. So this is the speaker. So remember, I had a big rip in it here. So I've used tissue paper and PVA, and that's perfect. That's not going anywhere. And I've just put a little tiny bit of PVA just down the bottom there, and on this, there was a scratch there, so I've just put that just to reinforce it. And say, luckily I could get to the back of it, so I've put some PVA on the back as well. So happy days. Don't forget to put the ferrite back. Well spotted, Anthony. The ferrite must go back. Okay. That's good. Let's connect that up. So I'm going to put that face down. Let's connect these on temporarily. Gonna have to solder them on because it's very poor connections. Robert, thank you, mate. The repair bench should be up and running after Christmas. I'll be good. Right, that's that. Let's put the positive on. Need to hook up a couple of bits of wire for an aerial because it is FM. Right, how are we going to do this? So I need to be able to get to the tuning, don't I? So it really wants to be that way round. There we are. Wow. We are good to go. Jeff! Just talking about you earlier, mate. Hope your ears were burning. Just in time for the power up. Chris! Chris, how you doing, mate? How you feeling? Hopefully you're getting better. Right. On, off. Tone. Tune in. FM, medium wave, long wave. Let's go with FM. Fire in the hole. It still works. Does it pick anything up though? It certainly does.
Closer, chest. The egg had been abandoned. Brought it home. What on earth can Isaac do now? He isn't a carer. He couldn't even keep a cactus alive, and he wouldn't babysit for the neighbours without Mary coming too. She was the one who was good with kids. She was a children's author, for Christ's sake. Now he's home alone with a monstrous little toddler, and Mary isn't there to guide him. Isaac stares at the egg, 2 foot tall,
wow.
still.
It's good. It's good.
In the shadows. Its huge eyes
good morning, like Matambale from Colorado.
With expectation.
Matambale, even.
So I think people are often moved to write about grief because of...
Recorded this piece at Washington's Union Cavern in 1965. It was their 17th album, and they were looking for what he called a fun tune to be a talking point and get radio play.
We couldn't find a tune to fit that slot. So we were sitting at a coffee shop, and the waitress said, "What are you guys doing?" And so trying to think of a song, and it's kind of fun. And she said, "Have you heard the In Crowd?" I had not heard the In Crowd. She said, "It's on a jukebox." And I think she put a note.
Matambale. Matambale. Okay, thank you for that.
Version of the In Crowd. Well, yeah, it's an easy song.
I need help with translations.
Yeah, that'll fit the bill.
Matambale.
Monday or Tuesday. We started recording on Thursday. So we went back to our hotel, learned the song, and
Stream Element Spot is not
going to be something easy.
Strange.
We were totally surprised when we were ending the first set, and Red, the drummer, looked over at me and said, "Aren't you going to do the In Crowd?" I said, "Oh yeah, we better do that." Well, let's close the set with that. And we started playing it, and although the audience had been very responsive up until then, they were dancing in the aisles. I mean, so what you hear on that record
Should be on.
the audience becoming maybe the fourth member of that song, of that arrangement.
I think we can say that works. I don't know why Stream Elements isn't working. It's got a red thing on it. It says I'm live. Now there's some commands on Stream Elements, isn't there? So we can check that. We can type in 8-ball. If I just go to my screen here, that. So Stream Elements is like a virtual moderator, but it allows you to pop tips in, and there's all sorts of commands. So we can, if someone types in exclamation mark 8, the number 8, and then ball all in one go, it'll let you ask a question, I believe. That is enabled. But looking at my dashboard, oh, it is working now. It does seem to be working. So yes, thank you very much for the super chats, by the way, and the tips. One tip there from Ben, wouldn't it? So thank you very much. But yeah, that does appear to be working. We're still here. We're still here, Benji, yeah. I think, don't you have to ask a question with 8-ball? No notifiers popping up in chat and no link. That's strange. It says I'm live. Show secrets. I really don't know why it's not going. I mean, it's set to just go off every so often. It's not. Let's have a look. Settings. It doesn't work. It's got to have so many chats before it'll come on, I think. Not sure. Yeah, really not sure what's going on there. Try this, look. This'll work. Yeah, we're going to do that next, Derek. I was just sorting out stream elements. I don't know why he's not working. He was working just now. I mean, if you type in exclamation mark 8 ball. Yeah, not sure, but that's a link for tipping there, Danish native. Strange. Seems like Stream Elements has gone to sleep. Oh well, not to worry. Not to worry. Yeah, not sure why that's not working, but it seems to be capturing most things. Carther, yeah. Right, let's try medium wave and long wave. So medium wave first. Certainly picking up lots of interference. We need to get the aerial. We need the aerial. Let's get the good old aerial back in. Oh, it works. So let's just go across here. So we've got that one, and that's the ground side. That's right in it.
What's an opportunity for Klopp and actually Darwin Núñez? Let's get back into starting against, Arsenal starting to prove a point and to make a statement. They're going to be really up for it.
That's the noise from the Emirates as Arsenal and Liverpool players take the field. Minutes to go. Lead by 30. Got one back. What a finish we have ahead.
Got a bit of a dodgy tuning cap there in one position, I think. I'll try and see if I can get it shorted. Yeah, I think someone's messed with this tuning cap a little bit, actually.
they kickstart their Premier League season?
Long way.
Un acteur, non, c'est un danseur. Un artiste. Un artiste, non. Un écrivain. Un écrivain. Un écrivain. Il écrivait, mais c'était pas un cuisinier. Ah, on s'approche.
Well, that's very good for France. That's, I take it that's French. Robert, thank you. And Tim. I've just got my external aerial connected up to it.
As a right full, ultimately is a right full, so he's there to defend. We all know he's brilliant going forward, but he's weak defensively, so poor defensively. And you look at the likes of Martin.
Bigger Rob, RTE.
He's been electric so far this season. Odegaard obviously very creative. I think they'll probably target that side. And even going into the match, I'm looking at it here, and going into the match as well, Arteta, I'd say, would have slept soundly last night, because obviously things have been going so well. He knows his first 11, bar probably Jesus, Tomiyasu comes in at left full instead of, or sorry, Zinchenko. He comes in at left full instead of Zinchenko. But other than that, the team is picking itself at the moment.
I'm not even on the
questions, as you say, Marie. Van Dijk as well. A lot of the focus is on Arnold, but Van Dijk has been.
I'm not even connected to the long wave area. I'm connected to the medium wave one still. So let's pop it across to the long wave one. That's ground and that's the signal. I think it's that way around. Try that.
He's talking to all the players, so it just shows as well how much of a leader he's become in that team.
And I think that's what himself and Zinchenko have brought in, because to be fair to Arteta, who was obviously at Man City working under Guardiola, he seems like obviously professional thing as well. Obviously towing the line, wanted him out, a lot of a good environment around the place.
T'as regardé dans ta poche?
Ah bah oui, dans ma poche, c'est mon téléphone.
Mais si t'as...
Left back. First Premier League start of the season for him, and Liverpool Jurgen Klopp meant to beat Rangers 2-0 on Wednesday night. So that is Jordan Henderson and Thiago in central midfield, and a sort of attacking front foot.
We're raising our voices again to get the message out there. We've been given some help to release our own singles.
The pleasure of writing, the poetry of menstruation, sensuality,
Sounds a little bit
and offer advice. The program which
oscillatory,
creative insights
oscillating, doesn't it?
Rainer Maria Rilke, who began his letters to a young poet 120.
Players taking the knee ahead of kick-off on that first.
Sans pas attendre, vous pouvez déjà profiter de nos conditions salon sur toute la gamme avec jusqu'à 4 500 € d'avantages clients.
Rendez-vous dans votre point de vente Peugeot dès maintenant ou pendant les portes ouvertes du 13 au 17 octobre. Détails et conditions sur Peugeot.fr. Réservé aux particuliers. Au quotidien, prenez les transports en commun.
Une question culturelle, je profite de la présence de Monsieur Perroni pour monter un peu le niveau des questions. Et ce sera pour Huguette Boursier qui habite la Chapelle en Serval dans l'Oise. À qui doit-on la seule synthèse de mythologie grecque transmise dans la...
Book in store or online at boots.ie/flu and give yourself the best protection against flu. Boots, with you for life. Eligibility criteria apply. Charges may apply, subject to availability.
Edel Cashman, liver
There you
transplant
go.
recipient, encourages you to talk about
Yeah, we
organ
found that
donation with your
last time,
family.
didn't we?
People say it's the gift of life, and that's almost become a cliche, but it literally is the gift of new life. It's just so important for people to talk about organ donation, because it's not something I would have given a second thought to before it became my life. For
Yeah, so thank you for the stream element tips. It obviously is working. So thank you, Danish. I don't know why the 8-ball thing isn't working. I think the 8-ball is supposed to be able to ask a question, aren't you? Chat commands. Yeah, so if you type exclamation mark commands, that comes through. But yeah, 8-ball should work. Enabled for everyone. Not to worry. Did I have to retune it? No, I haven't. I haven't touched it, Harvey. Bot is back. Thanks, Danish. Off to bed yet? Cheers for joining us anyway, Don. Thanks, mate. Glad you stuck with it. Have you enabled Nightbot? I don't know. Let me just have a look at the commands. Say that one. No, I don't think there is a Nightbot on this one, is there? There's some custom commands, but no Nightbot on there. I know what you mean by Nightbot, but I think that's a different app, isn't it? Yeah, because a lot of this is set up for streaming in OBS, really, which I don't do. I use vMix, and it's all about songs, so you can have a song playing in the background, and like the viewers can change the song, that sort of thing. The 8-ball should be working. I don't know why that isn't working, really. Yeah, I don't know why that's not working. I'm pretty sure you've got to ask it a question, but ask the magic 8-ball a question. Yeah. Pass. Pass, that's all I can say. I wonder if this is enabled yet, because I was thanking you, Jeff, earlier for joining my band of Patreons, mate. So I did add you to the list of Patreons for the end credits, but for some reason iCloud takes forever to stick the data across. I don't know if it's done it now. No, it's not. It's still saying the 8th of the 7th. Ah, well, it'll be across there for next week. So apologies, Jeff, but your name's not on the credits, and there's a couple that have left that are still on there as well. So I've got to take them off. I've done all the wave bands, Aaron. So we've got
Particular game.
This is long wave.
And Arsenal would be 14.
Where I felt excited, where I felt safe, and as a young girl growing up in Guyana, my dad.
So long wave, all 3 channels that we expect on long wave are there. Medium wave. Just swap the aerial back over to the medium wave coil.
Glenn, so far this season, this is an 8th Premier League game this season. To see the first goal now is... That is just completely natural.
Sadly, we've got next to nothing on medium wave now. It's really bad.
At Selhurst Park, it was 3-1 to West Ham United against Fulham in the London Derby, the London Stadium. And David Moyes has been speaking after the game about the use of VAR in today's game.
We'll try to go to the momentum. There's a good run around the left.
Which component limits the frequency range of the VHF band? It's going to be the oscillator trimmers, I would have thought, as Rich has just said.
And as you mentioned, not the best of starts.
And FM.
Marshal Salal and his theme from Polish Abu Dusuf, maybe better known in the UK as Breathless.
What goes on in your innermost being is worthy of your whole...
Please light up a candle. This the life of a vandal master.
So the tuning on FM is done very strangely with this separate dial cord here, which pulls a slug up and down through an inductor. So yeah, very unusual. It just sort of wraps itself around the dial. It's very sort of Heath Robinson, but it doesn't need a lot of movement to tune the full range. I assume you could get more range by just altering the trimmers inside the FM front end, which is inside this can over here on the right. Yeah, they're in that metal can there, multi. But it is working. Who was saying test it on all bands before I can call it a success? Aaron, are you happy now, Aaron, that it's working on all bands? Doug's there. Doug, hello, mate. Yeah, I'm not sure on the whole thing with night bots and all the rest of it. I just enabled stream elements because it was it's quite good for getting rid of some of the spam and comments, and also it's good for those that want to tip. Thinking of swapping an airband board into GEC 817. Isn't the 817 the one that they based it on, multi? I think I'm going to sneeze. I am. I would have blown your ears out, so... There we are. Let's pop the power off of it. She is working. As I say, the cores might need a little tweak, but I don't think they're going to need a lot. I don't think they're going to need a lot at all, and I wouldn't touch it, I don't think, without the instructions. Because some of these, I believe, they're double. Like that one's got a core on the top and a core on the bottom, so that was definitely a double one. That one I think's a double. Yeah, that's a double. And that one's a double. So 3 of these are double-ended. So they've got a trimmer, excuse me, on the top and one on the bottom as well. But yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it as far as these are concerned, because the cores are very fragile. Very fragile. No worries. Yeah, they normally are in threes, aren't they? Yeah, 8-ball did work here, but for some reason it doesn't now. I mean, if you look at the screen, it is enabled. Enable command when stream is online. I don't know what this 95 means. Is that some sort of what triggers a response? I don't know. Oh, that is what triggers a response. 8-ball. User cooldown 10. So I think you can't do more than every 10 goes or something. There's some command aliases as well. That 8-ball. Yeah. Definitely enabled. Yeah, I'll turn it off. Turn it back on again. So exclamation mark commands should work. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, so not really sure. Streaming tools, there's all sorts of stuff in here, overlays, chat commands, timers. Yeah, that's just a timer for tipping, so it doesn't go on all the time. Profile page. I don't know what that is. Dashboard. So no new subscribers today. It was quite good last week and the week before where someone subscribed in the stream and it popped their name up. That's quite good. Members. I haven't enabled channel membership. Yeah, I keep meaning to do it. I just haven't got round to it. But I will get that done because I think Patreon is very good and I can stick stuff on there all the time, which I do. But it can be a bit quirky to get your head around. But once it's all set up, it does work very well. Anyway, that's stream elements for you. You sneeze in pairs. Very unusual. I don't think it is, Matamble. Yeah, I don't know why Stream Elements isn't working very well. Maybe it doesn't like vMix. I don't know. It used to work, didn't it? You bookmark the link, but some others might not see it in the future. Oh, is that the link for the tipping? It did pop back up again, didn't it? It popped back up here. Yeah, it did. It did pop back up again. Oh hell no, that's a huge address. Oh, the link I provided you just now. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. That is the tip-in link, isn't it? It should drop it in. I think it's every 15 minutes. It's set up for Danish. Yeah, 15 minutes is set up for. I can change that to say 10 and save that. I really haven't explored this enough, I don't suppose, but yeah, that's the link there, but it should put it in. I've just changed it to every 15 minutes. I've lost my chat now. Where's my chat gone? Where's my chat gone? There we go. Yeah, it's strange. It doesn't seem to be working, does it? You got a GEC with a decent case in that there, Multi. If you want to swap it into. Multi Towers would be a fine name for a brewing company. Right. I think that's pretty much it for today, people. I mean, that's gone about as far as it's going to go now. It's just a case of popping it all back in the case and giving it a final test. So maybe we'll have a quick look at it next Sunday. And yeah, we'll have a look at it next Sunday. I'm just chucking everything on the floor. Hopefully it'll be back in its case and all working. And then I think we're moving on to the Hacker Rangers, aren't we? Nice. How close are you, Multi? You're too far away, Multi. You have to send me some bottles for the Christmas advent calendar, mate. Trouble is, they'll probably explode on the way, won't they, if they're bottle fermented? Colorado. A bit damp. Well, that's pretty much it for today, people. Glad you've joined me yet again. And we're good for time. I'm actually finished on time, look. Amazing. Mrs. Cruncher will be happy. Yes, in December, I'm going to be doing the usual stream a day for an hour. But it never is an hour. I can't remember any of them being an hour. Hopefully, well, I've got the beer advent calendar. Maybe I might get the what am I trying to say? The Weira advent calendar, and I haven't got any helicopter advent calendars or anything like that to build this time, so should be good. Anyway, cheers for now, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed that today. Bit of zapping, bit of capping, and the old VTR103 is singing very nicely again. So, cheers for now, and catch you next week, if not before. Bye for now.